thing retirement planners say all the time is that their biggest challenge is not stopping their clients overspending, but persuading them to spend more than they do. One is that after decades spent accumulating wealth, many people struggle to realize that the time has come to start spending it. Retirement expert Pete Matthew says retirees have to feel comfortable with spending down their capital.
Most people spend more than their guaranteed incomes in retirement, I think. There's not that many of us have such wonderful guaranteed pensions coming in, for example, that we can sort of comfortably spend what we want within that. Most of us have to dip into capital to some degree, and that's fine. You know, I spend my life trying to encourage clients that that's okay, that their assets that they've worked for decades to build, like a bucket with water in it, and there's a tap on the bucket, and we just need to be a little bit careful about how wide we open the tap if we don't want the water to run out altogether. But there are, of course, there's money coming in to the bucket as well from those income sources. So it's not so much spending less than you earn or spending less than your income. It's just about spending intentionally and doing some planning and some math to try and work out what a sort of sensible withdrawal rate is.
Another reason why some retirees spend less than they probably should is that they tell themselves that spending on luxuries is irresponsible. They may also feel guilty about it.
They're never going to start spending frivolously. They don't want to waste money. None of us do, right? But, you know, they might see extravagant spending as wasteful, which I don't think is right, but they might see it like that. And so a large part of an advisor's job, I think, is to reframe spending, because it's deploying the money, and it might be, you know, to make your life a little bit better, to go business rather than economy, to change the car a little bit more often and maybe upgrade to a higher standard or whatever, if that floats your boat. Or it might be to help the kids out earlier, or a cause that you care about. You know, if you don't have kids, or if you don't want to help the kids, you know, maybe you want to give to a local charity, or you see, you know, the food bank struggling, and you not only want to devote some time, but maybe pay some money into that.
One of the benefits of having a financial planner in retirement is that they can not just encourage you to spend your money, but spend it on things that really matter to you.
You know, sometimes it takes years. I had one couple who recently walked in the door. They've been clients for 20 years, and I've been banging on to them about inheritance tax planning and giving more money away. They're now early 80s, and finally said, you know what, Pete, we think you're right. We need to think about this. Like, okay, we should have had this conversation 10 years ago. You don't spend any of your capital, but we are where we are. Let's talk about it now. I had another example of a lady who inherited a load of money. Well, it took me about 3 years to convince her to go first class to Australia when she went to see her sister, because that was anathema to her, because she wouldn't have been able to afford it. It's a perennial challenge, man. I always say that's one of the things I spend most time doing, is trying to encourage people to spend the money they've spent so long and worked so hard to build.
In short, retirement is a huge opportunity to do what you always wanted, and while you still can. Ongoing financial planning and cash flow modelling in particular can help you do those things before it's too late, without the fear of running out of money. Everyone should have a financial plan. A plan gives you clarity about your values and goals and a sense of control over your finances. It also provides you with the peace of mind that whatever happens, you won't run out of money. Second Life Financial Planning can match you with a planner with the specialist expertise to meet your requirements. Book a free consultation via the website at secondlifefp.co.uk. That's secondlifefp.co.uk.